Hey there, it's Steve from Serious Keto, and in this video, we are going to smoke a corned beef brisket. Honestly, that should just be enough of an intro right there, but there are a couple of notes that I want to get out of the way before we start making this. In the recipe on my website, I will do my best to calculate macros. They're going to be a little bit approximate in that a lot of it's going to be contingent on the actual brisket you get yourself, how fatty that is, but it's essentially 0 carbs, so no worries there. This is just a store-bought chunk of corned beef brisket. It's 2.7 pounds. That would be about 1.2 kilograms. Your cooking time will vary from my cooking time depending on the size and thickness of your brisket. Also, for this recipe, I will be using my Keto barbecue rub, which I will link to right up here. A note on that. It's not essential that you use 2 different types of brown sugar substitute. In that video, I use both Swerve Brown and Sucrin Gold. I find that blended together, I get a better brown sugar flavor out of the 2 of them, but it's not necessary. If I were to do just one, I would probably go with the Swerve Brown. And if you're not afraid of a couple of carbs, I would go with Truvia Brown. That actually has a little bit of molasses in it, gets you a little bit richer flavor, and the rub caramelizes a bit better. But with that out of the way, let's make our brisket. Now some briskets have the spice in a packet that's separate. It's already on this one, but not especially well distributed, so I'm going to scrape that off for starters. Set this aside, and we're going to give this a little pat dry. Not an especially huge fat cap on this. There's a little. I'm going to drizzle this with olive oil. Give it a rub. Other side. And then I'm going to apply some of my Keto barbecue rub. I think I used about a 1/4 cup, maybe a 1/3 of a cup of the rub. Now I'll just take these spices, kind of reapply them a little bit. This is optional if you like that extra flavor. And then we are off to the smoker. Our smoker is set to 240 degrees Fahrenheit. I like to put in an aluminum tray underneath the brisket, just so I can, it's not going to catch all the drippings, but it is going to make cleanup a little bit easier. Then we'll put our brisket in, fat cap side up. And for my wood chips, I'm going to use cherry wood. Now this is going to take anywhere between 6 and 10 hours. I don't know exactly how long, but I know we need to get to an internal temperature of 190. So I'll let you know how long it took once I get done, and then you can kind of extrapolate for your size of brisket. At about the 6-hour mark, I kind of hit a plateau at 170 degrees. So I've wrapped the brisket in foil, and hopefully we can bust through this plateau. All right, it has been a little over 8 hours to get our brisket up to 190 degrees Fahrenheit. We'll slice these up into some nice 1/2 inch, roughly 1 centimeter, a little more than a centimeter chunk. Wow, just look at that. Dinner is served. You having some too, Colton?
Courtney having some and Colton. Yummy.
What do you think, Colton? Do you like as much as Courtney does? Yeah. What do you think? Good stuff? Courtney, what did you think?
Very flavorful. The fat melts in your mouth. Very good.
Dear?
Same thing. The fat is very tender in the middle and adds juice to the meat flavor and good smoking.
Okay.
Good smoke.
All
too.
right. Great review. Thank you. So that was my first time smoking a corned beef brisket, and I'm pretty pleased with the results. It wasn't super smoky like a brisket sometimes can be, and it didn't have that powerful saltiness that sometimes corned beef can have. It was really a very nice balance. And the fat cap was absolutely melt in your mouth delicious. Another thing that I really liked about this is when I do corned beef in a slow cooker, it's really sort of crumbly and fall apart tender. This was tender, but it was still firm. And I think what might be very interesting the next time I do this is to cool it and then run it through my deli meat slicer for making sandwiches. I think you could make sort of a smoked Reuben type of thing out of this. So on the whole, very happy with the smoked brisket. If you enjoyed this video, click that like button. If you're not a subscriber already, hit the subscribe button. If you want to be notified whenever I release a new video, tap that bell and select all notifications. And lastly, if you want to help support the Serious Keto Test Kitchen, click that join button. See what membership options are all about and what the perks I have to offer are.
Okay.
You're all done?
Okay.
Thanks for watching.